You're listening to the Phatcast, live from the studio with Colin Reynolds. Good afternoon. You're watching the Phatcast. My name is Colin Reynolds, and today my special guest is Ms. Hannah Price.
Hey.
How you doing, Hannah?
Pretty good, yeah. I've had a pretty chill week, just been away camping with my mum for 2 weeks on the east coast of Tassie.
Wow.
So I'm feeling very well rested. Yeah, very good.
Like proper barefoot camping or like glamping?
Well, in the end, actually, my grandma did end up coming along for half of it. So
sure.
we did actually Airbnb for 1 week and we only camped for the other week. We've got a little trailer, camper trailer thing. It's just got a little bed in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of half camping, half car camping, I suppose.
Oh, that sounds nice. I mean, if you got grandma coming along, yeah.
Yeah, no, that was when we went to the Airbnbs.
Yeah.
She was like, it's too cold. Middle of winter is too cold to go camping. So
For sure. And I mean, we really just had a bit of a cold snap weather-wise.
it was pretty chilly, yeah.
So when you say East Coast, you're talking like Bicheno?
We went kind of the whole way. We started down at Fortescue and then went up through like Coles Bay, Bicheno, Billabong Bay, all the way up to Mount William, which is up right on the kind of north east coast. Yeah.
So what, like swimming or anything like that?
Oh, only out of necessity, only as a little bathing kind of thing. But
sure.
I don't think I put my head under. I think I decided to keep my head dry.
But ironically, I mean, the thing is, you think of the water and you think, oh, God, freezing cold. But the temperature of the water actually stays fairly constant. And on like a super cold day, it's kind of warmer to be actually in the water.
Relatively, yeah.
Oh, I mean, the sensation of it.
Yeah. No, I actually went for a walk in the water. I've got sore legs after a soccer game today, so I went for a walk in the water today. It was pretty cold in Sandy Bay today.
For sure. What about those first moments, like when you're going for a swim in the pool or whatever? Just the transition from being outside of the pool or ocean or whatever to inside, like that cold lowering of the body.
Yeah.
That's always really hectic.
Yeah.
What I used to do is when I went to the aquatic centre, I'd go and use they had like the really warm heater pool first.
Yeah.
And like that kind of breaks the ice for you.
To transition in. Yeah,
and then like without wasting really any time, you just kind of get straight out and go straight and jump straight in the other one.
Yeah.
And then there's a temperature shift is a bit more subtle.
Yeah. I saw how there used to be that frog slide at the aquatic centre?
Oh yeah, sure.
I saw it up on the east coast somewhere.
I guess they must have sold it.
They sold it to a cafe called like something Frog Cafe or something. Anyway, it's sitting on the side of the highway and I just saw it and was like, oh my God, it's unmistakably the aquatic centre frog pool.
That begs to be included in a film clip.
Yeah.
Other states have got their big banana or their big cow or whatever.
Yeah.
We have a big fucking frog slide.
Yeah, a big frog slide. There's a big potato somewhere.
In Tassie?
Yeah. Yeah, not that big though, not that impressive. Yeah.
You've seen those potatoes, like TikToks and stuff, like these farmers showing these giant potatoes. It's a thing.
I can't say I have, no.
They're really proud of their potatoes.
I've seen big pumpkins. Pumpkins, I've seen them.
Oh, now here's an interesting topic for food for thought. Pardon the pun. So, they've tried a number of times unsuccessfully to kind of selectively breed /graft /genetically engineer tomato and potato plant. So you can grow potatoes underground and tomatoes on the surface. I mean, brilliant in concept.
Perfect.
Brilliant in concept.
Yeah.
And look, there may be some working models that are essentially just Frankenstein grafts that are basically just feeding from the same nutrient source.
How do you harvest the potato though? Because normally you pull a potato plant out.
Right.
Yeah.
So it would that would make the tomatoes one and done too, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And the problem is they keep ending up with homogeneous yield where it's not quite a tomato, it's not quite a potato.
Yeah.
Doesn't taste good. Can't be used like either, and it's just not a great product.
I didn't realize that tomatoes and potatoes they're a similar plant family. Is that why they're?
I have no idea. No idea. No, they don't seem it, do they? Because potatoes, it's a starchy root, and tomatoes are more like a fruit. They're a fruit, aren't they?
Yeah, very
like
interesting.
A seed. The things we talk about. So now the performance you just did for us, that was essentially an a cappella performance.
Yeah, I
Yep.
suppose it is, yeah.
And what everybody at home is missing out on is being able to actually hear you doing it without external monitoring. So just hearing the one voice record every part.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work to. I mean, like there are some really layered harmonies there.
Yeah, I've had some friends visiting actually from I've known them since I was 11 or something, and I used to sing in choirs a lot, and they're friends from my time in choirs,
Yep.
and they're visiting for Festival of Voices, and I've actually kind
Sure.
of been reflecting on my choir upbringing, I suppose, which I don't think about very often. It's just a thing of the past now, but I guess that is where that all started for me. That's why I wanted to get a looping station in high school, because I wanted to be able to just make harmonies and sing on top of myself. So I guess that's all just come from that background of singing in choirs. And
For sure.
yeah.
Well, then I've also seen you, of course, play guitar and sing.
Yeah.
Which is like, it's almost like the go-to every sort of singer-songwriter.
Yeah.
Whatever else you do, you have to be able to do that too.
Well, it's like the first gigs you're going to get. It's going to be at a pub in the corner somewhere playing covers and
Exactly
singing
right.
and playing guitar.
Somewhere you won't be able to fit a piano or
Yeah.
you need to be able to sing and play guitar.
Yeah.
Now, have you ever tried, your looping stuff with the guitar?
I have. Yeah. I do actually have a few songs that I do with both. I just kind of like the simplicity. Like I stick more to just the vocals because I kind of like that. Yeah, the simplicity of it and just the vocalness of it, I suppose.
Sure.
It's a different sound than when you bring in a guitar or something. But also, in all honesty, bringing a guitar in is just more to think about.
No, for sure.
I have just bought a little control pedal that I can actually plug into my looping station, so I can actually control
because guitar, like you kind of need both hands at once.
Yeah. It's just like start record or stop record. Like you can tell it to do whatever it wants on the looping station.
Yep.
And that's really helped. And I do have a few songs, but yeah, I generally just do my guitar set or I do my looping station set. And often I'm like, I can't actually be bothered taking my guitar. I'm just going to take the looping station.
Sure.
Yeah.
I've had to think about how I would approach a really sort of totally stripped down gig, because my main solo act is, of course, the techno stuff, but there's like a lot of gear there.
A lot.
And I feel like I could do kind of most of it on one device.
Yeah.
Requires perhaps a little extra prep.
Yeah.
And slightly less. I'd still be doing my improvising, of course. I still have my guitar there, but rather do a bit of improvising on this one, then this one, then this one, then this one. I would have to sort of pare that down again. But the thing is, it takes so long to set up, so long to pack up.
Yeah.
And as streamlined as it is, like I just want it more streamlined.
Yeah, no, definitely one of the reasons I don't necessarily always loop with my guitar.
It's just, it's too much going on.
Especially if it's a gig, you got to bring your own sound, like mixing desk and sound stuff. It's just, you got to do like 4 trips to the car.
No, that's it. Now, you do have, I think, the looper you're using, the table looper, you have a function there, haven't you, where you can, for example, you're sort of pressing standby record, so it'll start recording once it hits the next loop.
Yes. Yep.
So with guitar, you're almost kind of entirely restricted to using that kind of recording.
Yeah. Because you have to click it and then be ready to play it when it starts. Which is why I got the pedal. Yeah. No, which is totally fine when you're just singing and you've got your hands to use, which is what the looping station's designed for. Like it's a vocalist looping station, as opposed to the ones on the floor, which you use your feet for. But yeah, you are limited by that.
See, I have a couple of the other ones. So I have the Boss the 2-pedal one.
Yeah.
The classic RC30.
Yeah.
And the RC300.
Yeah.
Which has the expression pedal and each like 3 separate channels with start and stop for each channel, and that's really a fantastic piece of hardware. But I don't even use loops anymore, because I just use sequencing.
Yeah, right. I've only just started getting into the world of sequencing. I've got a little thing at home.
So much.
Testing it.
Yeah, no, it's just a big deep hole to fall into. Stick to it like practicing, like guitar and singing. You can do anything.
Yeah.
So yes, so you got any gigs coming up?
Oh, that's a good question. I
guess you just played a couple.
I've got one at Mona coming up next week or the week after.
Oh yeah, nice. Next week or the week after.
Like I said, I'm kind of in just like holiday mode at the moment.
Check the website. Eyes out for Hannah Price.
Just on holiday mode. Uni starts up again next week. It's my last semester, so I'm kind of like trying to just like take one thing at a time. And I've actually been recording some music, which is
nice.
really exciting.
Yep.
So
you do what you're doing the recording yourself?
One of my friends is helping me. Yeah,
sure.
He's really all over that stuff. It's been a really, really great experience. Something I've been putting off for like years.
Yep.
And I think part of it is because I'm scared to put something out there and be
sure.
like, yeah, this is it. Because when you play live, it's different every time, and you know it's there and it's gone. You know,
yep.
Any mistakes you made, it's gone. So I've been meaning to record anything for a long time, and so hopefully by the end of the year I will have released something, so that's very exciting.
For sure. I mean, it's always great to get stuff down, but there's like this two-edged sword with recording where when you're the great thing is when like you're going to be recording something, you put in so much practice and you're playing the same thing over and over again, getting really, really good as best you can. You're like, right, now record it, or you do a few takes or whatever. You take, you record. Now, once you recorded it, what I found in my own experience is like I stopped practicing that shit once it's recorded, which is terrible.
Yeah.
You know, like once I've got a video of something, I'm probably not practicing that thing.
Yeah.
Which is a terrible thing to admit.
Well, I have to admit, I don't necessarily practice. Like if I'm gigging regularly, I don't necessarily practice. I'm playing often enough that it all kind of stays pretty fresh.
Just doing the thing. Now, you study something pretty fascinating.
Yeah.
If I record, it's a mechanical engineering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So finish my honours at the end of the year, and then I don't know what I'm going to do with myself, but
maybe design a better looper.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I guess that's a solved problem, isn't it?
Well, I think to go into anything kind of music or sound, I'd probably have to do
electrical,
or just something a bit more specialised. Like everything we do in engineering is like fluids and air pressure and thermodynamics, like temperatures and stuff. It's pretty broad. Yeah.
So, so it's about designing a new instrument that uses fluid dynamics.
Yeah, maybe a new brass instrument or something.
What about something cheap, 3D printable? I think recorder, right? But imagine, so this is a device that has a little tank of water in it.
Oh. It kind of whistles, like a bird whistle.
Right, but I'm thinking like dirty dubstep type sounds, like right?
A bit like this one. Hang on, my mouth's too dry. A bit like that one.
Yeah. That's right. So something like that, right? There's a whole different holes.
Yeah. I was initially imagining what were those? They were like a horn-like thing, and they had them at that was it the World Cup, the Soccer World Cup in like Brazil or something?
Hang on.
The
Vuvuzela.
That's what I'm imagining. 3D printable, simple.
That's it. Look, if you can design another Vuvuzela.
With a little water thing in it. So it's like brassy, but also kind of like a noise,
Yeah, that would be hectic.
There you go. Maybe I'll have to stick around at uni and do a research, whatever, on making a new horn water instrument.
It's definitely fun to be had. Excuse me.
Oh dear.
At the museum, not that long ago, a few weeks ago, there was this guy. I swear his instrument was a fucking styrofoam box.
Yeah.
And like a car spring.
Ah.
What did he have? A couple of iron rods of different thicknesses.
Yeah.
And this was like I forget what the name is. There are people that do like sound effects specialization for movies, and they've got like this pull this thing, whack that thing, twist this thing. They've got all these different sounds. Yeah. So this guy made music with this box of junk.
Yeah, sick. Just with different noises.
Yeah, and like it just noises you wouldn't expect. Like so, the spring's kind of hanging.
Yeah.
In like on the edge of the box, and as the spring goes like on the box, and then it carries the waves through the air because of the shape of the spring, and then he'll like ting stuff, and it
like
was just
like a sheet of metal, and you're like a wobble board, whatever it's called.
What is that a Rolf Harris reference?
Oh my god, yeah, he totally had one. Yeah. In fact, I found a bit of sheet metal in my dad's garage once, and like I said, Conrad, who would be doing one of these, he was teaching drumming in the shed at the time because Tassie's a small place, and I walk and I go, Conrad, look at this! Like, you get this wobble board out, and he's like, oh, that's sick. It made a really good noise. It was like,
Rolf Harris at some point, like he always had these weird folk gag songs, right?
Yeah.
And then he started doing the same gag songs he always did, but with this wobble board. That became his instrument.
Yeah.
And then he molested some children or fucking whatever else he did.
Forgot about that one. Yeah.
Yeah. These characters from the past. In any case, what a brilliant note to end on.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks so much for coming and playing for us today.
Yeah.
And yes, I'll no doubt I'll see you.
I'll see you at Mona.
Yeah. And check the Mona website. Look for Hannah Price. Keep your eye open. Thank you. See you next week.